today I want to do something a little different. I don't want to talk about a specific book. I want to talk about a specific author. And the author I want to talk about today is Nietzsche. Nietzsche is someone that is often misunderstood, is often taken out of context. You've heard the phrase God is dead, but you don't understand the context of it. You don't understand what Nietzsche is really trying to say. And he's not trying to say that he's an atheist. He's trying to say that the conception of God as a path to enlightenment is not taken seriously. It's something that's been subverted into a system of power. And it's almost a more inspiring message than the actual literal thing, because it's very weird to me how like people don't take Nietzsche with a grain of salt. They don't understand that like you can have the right diagnosis but the wrong prescription. This is how I want to summarize his ideas, and I want to talk really quick about his main overarching ideas, some of the ones that stick out, and why they're inspiring, not depressing, because the conception of Nietzsche is that he's a very depressed individual. He's a very sad individual. And if you take his life story, yes, that is the case, because he was a genius. He was far before his time. He was talking about things that really even aren't understood today. And because of this, he didn't really get the recognition he deserved. Today, now he's synonymous with philosophers. Now he's up there with the likes of Socrates, Plato. But during his day, he really didn't get the recognition he felt he deserved. And he basically traveled around all of Europe to find a climate that would help him relieve some of his headaches, some of his symptoms. And he eventually went mad when he saw a police officer beating his horse. And he goes up to the horse and goes, "I understand you," and then never recovers. And for like the last 11 years of his life, he was basically like bedridden and had gone mad. And it's really a tragic tale, because some of his ideas are the most inspiring things that you ever hear. And it's very weird to say that about someone that went absolutely crazy. So what are the ideas that I am especially in love with? The first one is the idea of the Ubermensch, the idea of the Superman, the idea of the Overman, whatever you want to call it. It's just the idea that when man transcends the limiting beliefs, when man transcends the societal boxes he puts himself in, he is capable of absolutely everything. And there are several ideas that help you get past this. One of the ideas is the eternal recurrence. So the idea that you must live your life as if you have to repeat it time and time again till the end of time. It will forever be this life, so make sure that you lead it in a way that will make you happy. And through this, you live a life not bound by others. Through this, you do things because you want to do them, not because someone has told you to do it. And this is going to help you on your path to becoming the Ubermensch, to becoming the Superman, to becoming the Overman. Again, whatever you want to call it. And these ideas are very analogous to Emerson, and it's very weird this connection really isn't put together more often, because Nietzsche himself said that Emerson was like a soul brother to him, because they believed pretty much the same things. Emerson was a little bit more Taoist in his beliefs, but again, these are all inspiring concepts. And another one that Nietzsche was extremely famous for is amor fati, love your fate, love what happens to you, love the existence that you live, because each thing that happens to you that's bad is a good thing. What doesn't kill me makes me stronger. That is a Nietzsche quote. I know you think some pop singer said it. I don't remember the pop singer, otherwise I'd cite it, but this is a Nietzsche quote, and it's a very, very interesting approach. And this just comes full circle when I say Nietzsche had the right diagnosis but the wrong prescription, because Nietzsche had all these inspiring ideas. He believed in the individual. He believed that man was constricting himself by going a collectivist worldview, a worldview that put the totality before the individual. Because if you put the totality before the individual, then we lose the likes of Einstein, we lose the likes of Tesla, like the likes of Edison, anybody in that sort of inventor, genius type. Like, we don't have that, because these people only come from pure individuality and thinking in their own way, not being held to the set beliefs of the society. And when we all embrace our individual differences, when we all become our own individual highest idealized selves, this is when the most creativity, the most information, the most good can spread. But to Nietzsche, he really didn't do this himself. He really didn't get to this belief himself. He warned against nihilism. He warned against breaking down societal standards and not replacing them with anything, not replacing them with anything higher. And he ultimately fell for this. He ultimately, he warned against something that he ultimately succumbed to. And it's very sad. It's very ironic in a sense. And, it just makes you think what could have been had his health been a little bit better, had he got a little more recognition during his life, had he been respected the way that he thought he should be respected, or if he could ditch the need to be so liked by others. I mean, when you read Emerson, when you read Thoreau, the reason why they transcend everything that you've read is because they didn't care about what others thought. They only cared about their own selves. They only cared about how they viewed themselves. And if you liked their philosophy, or if you didn't like their philosophy and you read it, they were still happy. I think that's the main difference. I think that's the main sticking point. So what can we do with this information? What we can do with this information is understand the key concepts, understand the things that drove Nietzsche to madness, and the things that can drive you to happiness. When you are yourself, when you express every aspect of yourself, when you do things for yourself, that is when you are extremely happy. When you live life based off what other people tell you to do, this is when you start to fracture and become less of yourself, less of your ideal. We want you to live the idealized life that you see in your mind. Everything is at your fingertips. It's just making the decision to do these things for yourself. And it's very weird how we all chase societal values such as a nice car, a nice house, a nice job, respect in society, power in society. It's weird how we think that these things are going to give us happiness. And, this is ultimately what Nietzsche was warning us about. It was warning us about seeking external things to make the internal world happy. When you seek external things for internal happiness, guess where that leads you? Unhappiness. And I want you to take these beliefs, take it as a warning, because even the greatest of us can fall. Even the smartest ones among us can fall, because it's one thing to have these beliefs, but it's another thing to have the faith. Nietzsche broke down the beliefs but didn't have faith in something else. Nietzsche broke down these beliefs but didn't have faith that it would all work out in the end, that one day he would be recognized, that one day it would all come full circle, and the things he was saying would resonate and reverberate throughout history. And it's a very like sad and depressing topic, but it's also a very inspiring one as well, because we can take the legacy that he left and we can make it into something better. We can make it into something whole. We can make it into something that is inspiring instead of so depressing, because it's very unfortunate. The modern conception of Nietzsche is so sad, but I think people can't separate his life from his words. And yeah, I'm going to continue to read more and more Nietzsche. I'm probably going to finish all of his work very, very soon, because that is my newest obsession, Nietzsche. It used to be Emerson, it used to be Jung. Now I'm in the Nietzsche phase. I'm going to become an existentialist or a nihilist. But anyway, I love you guys so much. If you want, his best book probably is Thus Spoke Zarathustra. That's my favorite. The next book I'm going to read is The Gay Science, so look out for the review on that coming out very soon. But I figured I'd just start talking about someone that's been very much inspiring me recently and very much getting me to think about much deeper concepts and really start to evaluate my worldview and ensure that it is one that is going to make me happy, because I've made decisions in my life based off of what other people have wanted from me, based off what society thought I should do, based off of what I've been told my entire life, and I'm not as happy as I should be because of that. So it's time I start taking responsibility. It's time I start looking at my life and making the decisions that are going to make me happy, making the decisions that are going to make me want to live the same life till the end of time. Peace out. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Love you guys so much.